So let's go over a quick checklist for how to use the direct comparison test and the limit comparison test. So you'll be given a series, and for lack of creativity, we'll just say that that series is a sub n. You decide to compare to, let's call it the sum of b sub n. So for the direct comparison test, first thing you'll want to do is determine the convergence of the b sub n series. If the sum of b sub n converges, compare a sub n with b sub n. If a sub n is less than b sub n, then you are done. The series of a sub n converges. What you just showed is that this thing is smaller than a convergent series. Excuse me, this thing is smaller than a convergent series. You are done. Next up, if a sub n is greater than b sub n, you are allowed to draw no conclusion and try something else. Now, on the other hand, if the series b sub n diverges, then once again I want you to compare a sub n with b sub n. If a sub n is greater than b sub n, you are done. The desired series diverges. As soon as you show that something is greater than a divergent series, that series diverges as well. However, if a sub n is less than b sub n, you are allowed to draw no conclusion and try something else. Now that was the direct comparison test. For the limit comparison test, this one, it's really not important to determine the convergence or divergence of b sub n until the end of the problem, but might as well start that way. Determine convergence of the sum of b sub n. Regardless of what the convergence is, determine the limit as n goes to infinity of a sub n over b sub n, or b sub n over a sub n, doesn't actually matter. If the result is finite and non-zero, then the series a sub n has the same convergence. That is, it will do the same thing as the sum of b sub n. If the result is 0 or infinity, you are allowed to draw no conclusion. We say that the comparison test has failed, and try something else. So be aware, just because you have access to one of these tools does not mean that it's going to work all the time. It is going to be up to you to practice with these enough to start determining whether things will work or whether they won't. be prepared to fail a couple times. It's going to be okay. Try something else.